Alright, so as you just saw, took out the intakes, real simple to get to our problem areas. So, down here in the back, so I had to unplug both the cam sensors, but down underneath, right down in there, is the coolant temperature sensor on the back of the head, but also ran into another issue. Seems like this sensor I think it's the reverse sensor, was obviously fixed at some point in time and it came out. So my problem is I don't have the correct tools to redo all this, so I'm gonna have to kind of figure it out. But here are the two plugs sitting on the bench. So this is for transmission, this is for the coolant temperature. So I'm going to try to open up the pins in here, get wire in there, clamp it back somehow, some way, to where it will hold and transfer electrons between it. So I might have to spend some money and buy the right tools so I can repin that and totally do it correctly. But we're gonna try to do it this way and see if that works. So, all right. So mirror connectors, my picks, my gauge rig. So we're gonna try to see if we can get these out to where then I can attach some wire to it, re-put them in, and then put it back in the car and hopefully it works. So let's get moving. So it's like there. So that's all of that. At a slight disadvantage because I don't have a piece of wire hooked to it, so trying to push these out might be a bit of a task. Oh, that would fall right out. Perfect. 1, 2. Alright, so that, put that over there. Those pins, so I'll have to put the wire back in there, grip it. I might see if I can go get a soldering gun, just so I can solder it a little bit. Alright, so that's one done. Looks like this. Just need to get it in there. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, so that's that. Move these out of the way. Alrighty, that is dirty. That is very dirty. Let me go see if I got some brake cleaning and see what I can spray. Full disclaimer, I know this is not necessarily the correct way to do this, but I don't have any of these that I can re-crimp. So it's already wires that were in there before were crimped there. The last person that did it just shoved the wire in here and clamped this down. Didn't hold, obviously. Held enough, I guess, us driving it in anger, slowly but surely made it weak. So what we're going to do is, I had to go buy a soldering pen. So I used to have one, but probably threw it away, probably didn't work anymore. So what we're going to do, once again, this isn't the correct way to do this, I know, but we're gonna see if we can make it work. So I'm gonna crimp this around the sheathing of the wire. The wire will be resting where it should be if it was going to be crimped, and then we're going to put soldering over this, hopefully make a good connection. So, all right, here we go. So, not pretty, and some of it, unfortunately, got off camera, but got it done. Looks like it's keeping connection. These are not coming out. I plugged it into the car. Everything seems to be good. The iron's still hot, but yeah, we're gonna see how this works. So now I need to strip this other side. Hold that still. I'll do this. knob on there. Let it chill for a second. So, because it doesn't really stick to this very well, what we do is I'm going to get this warm again and use these pliers to kind of push it all in there. And that seems to get it to stick. Grab these. Pressure. And do it again. Doesn't seem like it's moving, so I think we have a winner. So I'm gonna let that cool off for a minute because it is hot. So, hoping that we solved our issues with a $6 soldering pen and $17 worth of solder from the good old Harbor Freight. So, once again, I will probably fix this correctly. I don't have the tools and kind of don't have the budget for it right now, but we plan on taking the car apart and totally redoing a lot of stuff. So when I do that, we will probably pull these apart again, repin them, get the actual pins that are correct, and fix it in the correct manner. So let's slide this back in. Heard it lock into place. And we this. Boom. That's fixed. So once again, we do the same thing. We'll pull these off. We'll strip those a little bit. I didn't have to make these as long because I already have a longer piece in there. And we'll probably hook them up just to make sure that everything is working correctly, and then we'll connect them together. So see that in the next one. Alright, so kind of jumped ahead of ourselves a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, recording correctly. So it's been a frustrating couple of days. Got a lot of other stuff going on. Trying to get out and go racing this weekend. So on the bench, I had butt connectors. Thought about using them. Tried to make do with them and screwed them up, so I had to go and get wiring stuff anyways because I only had just the right amount. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm actually going to make connectors, or make plugs. I understand there's a plug here. My problem is I don't know if this is orientated correctly with how I'm going to plug this in, so this makes it easy. If I need to switch it, I don't have to cut wires. I can just flip the wires over this way, plug it in, and then plug it into the sensor. So that's why I did that here. Get them all nice and buttoned up. Here, car, we have, as you can see, the splicing before stayed together, but it came out of the connector. So there's that sensor for the reverse lockout, and then here's the coolant sensor. So I'm gonna plug them up, put everything back together. Hope, fingers crossed. I don't know where my scanner is, so we race this weekend, so we'll be going to that no matter what. It just might be down on power, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little time lapse together of mutual connection with me. Go. Battery's dead, so can't start it. Won't know if everything worked till tomorrow, so we'll go ahead and fast forward to there, where we'll be probably loading this up on a trailer in the middle of a wonderful rainstorm, getting ready for this weekend, which will be the next thing you can see. The scanner, nothing shows up. No check engine lights, no VCT, no nothing. Or VSA, sorry. So if I turn VSA off, it comes on. Oh. Fingers crossed we just fix this. You'll find out in about 12 seconds.